Hello, this is Nerds of the West. Today we are playing Commander Roulette. That means we have spun up our wheel of random decks, so we've all been given a random deck to play before we learn what those decks are. Our Stack Cam art card for the day is Omniscience from Wilds of Eldraine by Justin and Alexis Hernandez. Lachlan, you picked this card today. Why'd you pick this bad boy?
I picked this card because I was the first one here, so Beck and Jimmy didn't get a choice, and I quite like the art style, and I'm generally a blue player. And you said this was from the new Eldraine set.
Actually, I agree. The art for this card's awesome.
Because the other ones are normally, I don't know what the art style is for the normal Magic cards.
I don't think there is a standardized art style, but anything that is done differently is good.
This has like stencil outlining, whereas these don't have stencil outlining, which is highlights.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good. Speaking of it's nice, it's good. Beck, you've got the play.
So I am playing Ixhel, the scion of Atraxa. She's a legendary creature for Phyrexian Angel. She has Flying, Vigilance, and Toxic 2. And at the beginning of my end step, each opponent...
Nothing, keep going.
Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library, face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though they were mana of any color to cast those spells.
What's fun about that is a commander doesn't have to be on the field for that to happen.
Oh.
Yes.
So that's... No, because it's
you may play them as long as they remain exiled. Your commander doesn't have to be on the field.
So
I thought you meant the actual exiling.
My commander could be dead banana bread, and I could still play those cards as long as they're exiled. Excellent.
But hey, play turn while I fix your camera.
What's wrong with my camera?
It's just a little bit out of place. You're all good.
Oh.
Play turn.
I will play Fortified Village. As Fortified Village enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or plains card from my hand. If you don't, Fortified Village enters the battlefield tapped. Forest.
That's forest.
I've got a forest. Forest.
Kill her now.
Don't look at my hand.
You were showing everyone your hand.
I'm just showing you this one.
Okay.
This is the only one you're allowed to look at.
Okay.
I'm showing my hands.
You set them up, and I set them up. And that is my turn.
Cool. So I'm Jimmy, and I am playing Lenore, Autumn Sovereign. She is a human noble that's 0/4, and she has a Covenant ability. So at the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on up to one target creature you control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card.
Ooh.
Guys, Jimmy's playing green-white tokens and counters. Who would have thunk?
I don't think he had a choice.
Well, it's roulette.
It was roulette.
Excuse you, it's called Roulette.
Roulette, sorry.
In no way, in shape or form, is it pronounced roulette.
You haven't played enough Pokemon.
No, but that one is spelled R-O-W.
I'm going to play a forest for turn. And
Go ahead and copy me.
Digimon's better than Pokemon anyway, Tom.
Did you draw for turn?
Yeah, I did.
Cool. My name's Tom. I'm Brahisson Buttons, but I'm also playing Jared Carthalion. He's a Planeswalker that costs Wooburg, one of each. For +1, I can create a 3/3 Carvu that is all colors. For -3, I can choose 2 target creatures, and for each of them, put a 1/1 counter on it equal to the amount of color it is. So 5 counters onto those Carvus. And for -6, return target multicolored card from my graveyard to my hand. If that card was all colors, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens.
Sorry, what is the thing that you get? A
Carvu.
A Carvu.
K-A-V-U. Carvu.
Okay.
Worth noting, I'm also playing with a companion because this is 5 colors. I can play with Gigantha the Wellspring if all my cards have none of them have a double casting cost at all. So no double white, no double blue. And she is a big 5/5 mana dork, taps for 1 of each, but it can't be spent to pay generic mana costs. So you can only use that for colored. Now I will draw for turn.
Can you use her to cast your commander?
Absolutely can, yes.
Yeah.
And I am going to play a Railgren Triome. This is a land that taps for blue, red, or white. Also is each of those basic land types if I want to search for it later. Turn.
Amazing. Hello, I am Lachlan, and I am going to be playing Nalia Darnis. She's a human rogue, which is a 1 white, 1 black, 1 colorless. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. Haha. Free scry, basically. You may cast Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, and Wizard spells from the top of your library. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, which is those 4 creature types, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain death touch until end of turn.
Gross.
Very gross.
I've played against that. I hate that.
I was going to say, isn't that the first roulette deck that Reese played when I first started doing it?
I think so. Or Chris
I've
played it.
it against Reese before.
Then I'll
I
draw
think
for
I was sitting
turn.
there though.
It is very powerful.
Oh yeah, this was the one where you and Reese couldn't sit next to each other because you. Yeah.
Because they're bad people.
I made misplays. Sorry, Tom.
You and
Okay,
Reese sit
Aaron,
next to each other.
you have plays, Lachlan?
I am going to play Temple of Silence, which comes in tapped, but I get to scry.
Nice.
I love the temples.
Top and bottom.
I didn't have the Temple of Mastery, the blue-green one.
Ooh.
And I was building a scry deck.
Mystery.
Top.
Mystery.
I can probably help you out.
Ah, too late, I bought one.
Oh. This shouldn't be too. How much was it?
Oh, like 40 cents.
Oh, yeah. They reprinted them enough.
All right. Cool. So we are going to play a forest card, and then tapping for 2 to play the Blight Mamba. 2 cost, infect. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/-1 counters, and to players in the form of poison counters. I can pay 1 mana and 1 green mana to regenerate Blight Mamba. The next time this creature would be destroyed, instead tap it, remove it from combat, and heal all damage on it.
Gross. Worth noting, because it's a weird rules interaction, and literally all of us are playing +1/+1 counters, -1 counters cancel out +1/+1 counters.
Okay.
No other counters work that way.
Okay.
But +1 and -1 do.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah, but actually physically remove
They,
the
like,
counter.
yeah.
That's cool.
And as Tom said, I am the counter dealer.
Yeah.
Poison counter dealer. Yeah.
Poison counter dealer. I don't know, dice dealer. I'm in charge of the dice master.
You're the dice master.
I'm the dice master.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my turn because this has summoning sickness and I can't do anything.
All right. Draw
Jimothy.
for turn.
Spicy stuff.
How many cards do you have in your hand there, Jimbo?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Gross.
How could he have more, considering all he's played is...
Because he drew up to 8 and I got very confused for a second.
And
Does he have the turn 2 play?
Judge.
No, I do not.
All right.
Pass turn.
It's because I didn't get to draw for my turn because I started.
You do get to draw for your turn
Why don't I have
in a
s-
multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Because you've played 2 lands and a creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a forest for turn and tap 2 for a prophetic prism. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and I can pay 1 to add 1 mana of any color. Bit of mana fixing and some card draw.
I think it's quite funny that Tom's wearing a rainbow shirt.
Woo berg, pass turn.
Alright. Draw for turn. It's that card I scried, guys.
Oh my god! Who
Yeah.
would have thunk?
That actually gets me more often than not when you look at the card, you forget what you've looked at, and then it comes up, you're like, oh, I saw that card, like, just a minute ago.
I swear I saw that.
damn.
Like, when did I see that last?
Oh, I know, right? Well, anyway, it was Command Tower.
Nice.
Hooray!
Just for your own reference. And then I'm going to pay 2 for Machias the Lunarch.
Oh.
Lunarch.
Lunarch. So, it enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. I paid 1. And then I can tap and put a 1/1 counter on it. I can also tap it and remove a counter from Machias and put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. That is so dirty, like second turn.
Disgusting.
Turn.
Before we started, and
Yeah.
we would like sing about friendly mulligans, all that kind of stuff. That was my first. And I was like, do I carry this on? I don't know what's really in here. My hand
Well,
wasn't.
that in your deck. Oh,
Also gross.
so good.
so good.
I just hope that it just lives long enough.
I'd be happy if there's like a hardened scales in here. That'd be great.
That would
yeah.
be nice.
We're playing a swamp. Who could have seen it? And
Only
then.
Shrek.
Yes.
Get out of it.
Is she going to swing at someone for poison counters early?
I'm going to start by tapping this for white, tapping that for green, tapping that for black to play Painful Truths. It's a sorcery. Converge. You draw X cards, and you lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast the spell. I cast it using 3 colors of mana. And so I will lose 3 life, down to 37.
That's pretty good.
And I will draw 3 cards.
There's not a lot of Converge cards that I'm like...
It's an interesting mechanic.
Like I feel like if you want to use it, you want to have something that either taps for any color, so you can get those other colors that aren't in your deck, like red and grey, red and blue in Beck's case. But yeah,
Are you going to swing at someone back and cards in hand?
Great question. Hang on, I'm organizing.
I reckon she'll have to discard at least 1.
7. Ha ha ha!
Nice. She got away with it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nailed it.
Pulled
Yeah,
it
because I
off.
put 1 down, Tom.
Yeah.
I put the swamp down, so I didn't draw up to 8.
What a smart lady.
Yes. Anyway, I'm going to swing.
Batter.
Swing, bada.
Just
Tom, I'm swinging at you for 1.
Yeah, look, fair. I deserve it for every reason ever. I am not winning this game because I've won too many bullshit games in the past. Basically, don't swing at Lachlan. He's got a creature.
Infect. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form
Yes.
of a negative one counter, and to players in the form of poison counters.
Yes, I will need a poison counter to start tracking that, please.
you also don't lose life
I don't lose life at all.
because it's in the form of counters. It's not in the form of damage.
Wonderful.
If I understand that right,
Deals damage in the form
I'm
of...
going to Google it because I literally have never played with Infect.
that's
and it
gross.
is Jimmy's turn.
It's banned from most games because people hate it.
Nah, it's not that bad.
See, I don't say it's banned. It's just that you don't generally have a long lifespan.
Yeah.
Who, me?
No, not you specifically. I mean, in most pods, like you play Infect, people target you.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, if it's
'cause
any
people don't like it.
consolation, I don't know how to play Infect.
You've also never played the deck before, so let's see.
I
the
only
deck.
saw it for the first time 10 minutes ago.
That's
It is a replacement effect. It is, as Jimmy said, instead of losing life, this damage causes you to take poison counters.
That's pretty
It
interesting.
says damage to creature in the form of, and to players in the form of.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, you're gonna love me.
I already hate you.
Oh,
Go on.
no, you're gonna love me. So I'm gonna play Orzhov Advocates.
He's bigger guns.
I'm cussing.
Hello, Blue. Thank you so much for the, I cannot tell, 38 months. 38 months in a row.
38 months.
God damn.
Alright, so at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control. If a player does, creatures that player controls can't attack you or a planeswalker you control until your next turn. Infect is based on the amount of power it is, right? So it's on my upkeep though, so you'll have to wait till my next turn.
That's fine. I wasn't going to attack you because you're my new best friend.
That's disgusting.
But you don't get your counter yet.
No, but still gross.
Hold on.
But you choose someone or each player?
Everyone
chooses
can.
it.
So basically, if you
If you
choose
choose
it,
to,
you
can't attack
hit me. You leave me alone.
With the creature or just in general? Like, I can't
I think it's
with
like
the creature.
Like imagine being paid off. You don't attack me
Yeah.
at all.
They care not for repentance, only repayment.
Oh no, it's creatures that player controls. Yeah, it's not just that creature. Cool. Turn. Let's go.
But
I
yeah.
mean, do it.
That makes sense. Otherwise, it'd be a little bit underpowered, I feel.
Look at me, making up numbers. Thanks, party people.
All right. I'm going to play a command tower. And I'm going to pay
He's just
2
copying you.
Yes.
for an explore, which means I can play an additional land this turn and draw a card. So I'm going to draw that card. And then, yeah, let's play a Jungle Shrine. I believe that's the one I want. Look, it doesn't really matter. At this point, I've got every mana available to me at some point. So that is red, green, and white. And I don't have a 1 mana spell, so I'll pass the turn. And I'm going to get blapped again.
Alright, so draw for turn. Oh, interesting. I am going to play a lovely swamp, but the thing I like about it is that this one actually has like a full amount of text in it. So, a bit of fluff, and I also have...
Yeah, that won't show up on the... Oh,
It does. Yeah, it has.
I don't think it's the same.
I don't think it's the same. It's probably something
no.
different.
Swamps shouldn't show up on our card scanner.
Nah. It's
But I can do this, and you can show off that there is text and read
No.
the text yourself.
At the mouth of the sewer pipe, you realize it's massive enough that even a giant could walk through it without stooping. That gives you an idea.
That's pretty cool. Become a giant.
Those are
without
the
stooping.
those are the D&D lands, so they have little D&D type story text on them.
I do like that. Alright, so I'm tapping 3
Gross.
and going to cast my commander. So Nalia Arnis.
Arnie's.
And then I think, I'll just do one of these.
Thank you for turning your hand around as well, Tom.
It's not a scry, so that would have been the same card.
I just need to check it one more time. Alright.
Does he know how to read?
That is the question.
I didn't really actually read it, I just looked at it.
Read the pretty art!
You read it the first time and you're like, this is probably fine.
Yes. And then, turn.
Alrighty. Bloop. 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 Bloop.
So the reason swamps don't show up is because there's just too many variants of the swamps. Is that why?
Yeah, so our card cam system basically makes a database of every card that we put in. So I put in all the cards in the deck and it goes, cool, every version of that card I have a database of, so now when you put it on there, I can match it up and pull up the image of it. Because there are so many different versions of basic lands, it would just slow everything down.
Oh, yeah.
There's no point. Anything else? Absolutely. We can chuck that bad boy on. Look, here's my command tower. But basic land, just not worth.
Cool.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I'm going to tap this basic land, and this not basic land to play Evolution Sage, an elf druid, with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I proliferate. I choose any number of permanents and or players, and then give each another counter of each kind already there.
Guys, I don't think I'm getting to cast a creature this game.
Don't think so either.
It's just worth noting that I have yet to play a land for turn. So I'm going to go ahead and play...
No, I'm just laughing.
That's
There's
alright.
been a lot of faces of
I'm going to go ahead and play the Sungrass Prairie. And I can pay 1 to add both green and yellow down here. And, oh, that's a land entering the battlefield under my control. Hey, Tom, proliferate.
Woo!
So, do you want to also give Lockie's creature an additional 1/1 counter?
But proliferate is whenever land it's the thing.
Any
choose
number of targets.
Any
permanents
number of
and or
permanents.
players. Oh my god, so you can actually target other people.
You can
normally.
I'm giving you another
I
one.
thought
just
normally
'cause that's-
proliferate is only your stuff.
No.
It's everything.
She proliferates my poison counters.
You can politics the heck up out of proliferate.
I've been playing proliferate wrong this
Oh,
whole
so
time.
wrong.
This whole time. This whole time.
Rough, buddy. That's rough.
I could double down.
Good. You should. I won't even blame you for doing it.
Quick game's good.
Quick game's a good game.
Game 2, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, Tom, I'll swing at you for another one with Blight Mamba.
Cool. I'm up to 3 poison counters. I wish we had a way to track it, but I couldn't figure out a way to fit it into our overlay, so I apologize.
Magic's a complicated game, and we already have a complicated setup. It would just make it more complicated for one aspect.
Yep.
You should say complicated again.
The complexity of Magic is so complex that we find it very complicated to play this game
Yep.
sometimes.
It's all about how complicated you can make it.
Exactly. The more complicated, the better, because the complexity is where the fun comes from.
Yep. Are you doing anything in your second main phase? Or have you got a complex move to achieve?
I end my turn. I P the T, as it were.
She's not that complicated a person. Oh, that screwed me up.
So I untap.
Okay, that's fine.
I go draw. Oh, sorry. Before draw. Upkeep.
Yes, I would like to.
Each player
can't.
may put 2
Yeah,
plus
so you
1.
don't have to, but that means that if you don't, you could then attack me. I'm going to put counters on too. No,
Oh, wait, is it any number?
nah, it's 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control.
Yeah. Yes,
well, this would
but
be
now your
nice.
creatures can't attack you, Jimmy.
Oh no.
So anyway, thanks.
Welcome.
That's
I put it
gonna
on
be
this.
beautiful.
This
Oh
is
god,
a 3-2.
you can just do it in your end
Becomes a
in my end
5-4,
step. It's
and
gonna
the
be
next
wonderful.
time I put a land in.
Oh, yes, it is.
But your infect amount goes up to 3 if you put it on your snake.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I don't know, like just to be dirty. Like,
But then when a land comes in, your snake gets bigger and your infect gets bigger.
Yeah, it's still all applicable.
you can always put dice on the next turn.
Yeah.
More counters,
Yeah.
So then it's my draw step. It's disgusting.
That's so gross.
So happy.
It's so gross, but yet so good.
Quick game's a good game.
MTG can be very expensive, but I love cheap commander decks.
It is so expensive and I'm in it so deep.
Yeah, that's where I think I'm pretty keen for Pauper Commander when we eventually get around to that.
You say that, I still spent about
$50.
$20 on 2 Pauper commander decks.
2.
That's $10.
That's
It's not that bad, but it
So I'm
adds
gonna
up.
cast Dawnheart Wardens. It's a human warlock with vigilance and coven, and at the beginning of combat on my turn, this is the coven effect. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, creatures I control get 1/0 until end of turn. And it's
Nice.
a 3/3. And going into combat, not attacking, but passing it on.
Well, you know you're not going to get hit, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
we can't attack you, but we can defend.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Which means that your creatures could still die.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Oh, this
then.
only deals damage as infect counters. You're all good. Don't
Yeah,
worry about
okay.
it.
And it's until it comes around to your turn again, so then you get to choose the trigger.
That's when the board wipes come out.
Hey.
I'll let everyone else die first.
I would like everyone to know that I've drawn a non-land card for the first time this
Oh,
game.
amazing.
Hooray for Tom!
I will play an Indartha Trione. That is Plain, Swamp, and Forest.
That is definitely a lands card.
I don't think he drew it. I think it was
I don't
already
think you
in
drew
his
that.
hand.
The only reason this deck is more expensive monetary-wise than that deck is because I found all my expensive lands and just put them in this deck because why not?
Lands make decks very expensive because as a core mechanic of Magic, that is lands.
I mean, I discovered that because I'm just looking for snow lands for this deck that I'm making. And they're like, to buy snow islands, it's like $2 a card.
But the funny thing is, lands, different types of lands
Thanks,
add that
underscore.
extra complexity to the game.
More complexity. More.
I regret
Should
saying
you
anything
drink?
now.
Should you eat complex snow?
No.
That doesn't sound good.
Hello underscore. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies, and thank you so much for me playing more ramp. This is explosive vegetation. Search my library for 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle.
How many?
2. So I'm going to pass the turn while I look for
Before you end your turn, I'm gonna tap this to get a counter.
planes. Hey guys, there was 2 more lands on top of my deck, and a swamp. Is that what I want?
Swamp.
Schwamp.
Do you have a forest yet?
I do have a forest. I'm
Do
just
you have a
double
mountain
checking.
yet? Because that's what I originally meant to
You know-
say.
You know what? I'm actually going to search for an island.
I thought for a second there that was like, oh my god, this lands upside down in that deck.
Not my fault. Chris played it last.
God damn it, Chris.
I'm going to shuffle my deck while Lachlan takes his turn.
Cool. I drew for my turn, and then I'm gonna look at the top of my deck.
Great card. I'm hugging everyone at the table, just being a friend.
You're a
Alright, so
banker.
we're playing Castle Lochthwain. Comes in tapped unless you own a swamp.
Swamp.
And I can also pay 3, tap it, draw a card, then you lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand. Kind of gross, but it's just mana at this point. That's the main thing.
Eldraine lands are fun.
Lands are fun.
What Eldraine lands are there?
There's basically a castle for each colour.
Oh.
Okay, Castle Lochthwain.
Lochthwain,
Castle-
Vantress.
But that's not Lochthwain. That's something else.
That's not Eldraine, but no, because this is a precon, it comes with all the new symbols, even though that land was originally printed in Eldraine. Would anyone like to cut my deck?
Nah, I don't want to be responsible for this. Is that your turn?
No, I'm just tossing up mana and options. It's hard, it's just hard, guys.
So you'll be proud. Tegan's getting the hang of her
Fairy deck.
fairy deck.
It's good.
It's
So-
fairly unfair.
For 3 mana, I'm going to play Black Market Connections, which is an enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, choose one or more. Sell contraband, create a treasure token, you lose 1 life. Buy information, draw a card, you lose 2 life. Hire a mercenary, create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with the changeling. You lose 3 life. It has every creature type.
Oh, no, we don't like that. No.
So, pre-combat.
Pre-combat main phase is the one that's already started. This won't trigger this turn.
Won't it?
That is not a start of combat trigger. That is a pre-combat main phase, i.e. your first main phase.
So you've played that in your first main phase, which means you can't do it.
Well, no, he can't do it this turn. Next turn, he's going to get bulk value.
Pre-combat main phase.
Yeah.
You can
Right,
do it
because we're still in main
post-combat.
phase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's the main phase before combat.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the main phase before
See,
combat.
I thought we've gone main phase, then pre-main phase combat, because you haven't gone into
Yeah.
combat yet.
No.
As opposed to it being
main
the
phase
other way
is
around.
Now we're going into the time parts of each phase, and this is where the
So we're
additional
talking about
complexity
the
comes in.
stack, and the stack in this case relates directly to how turns are played.
Well, then, on that note, combat. No combat. Turn.
Okay. Hey,
It's that card she didn't look at earlier.
I didn't look at it.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Okay.
How is everyone doing? I'm feeling great right now. I haven't lost any life at all.
That's good.
Feeling a bit sick there, Tom?
Here's a 3 out of 10 sick.
Perfect 5 out of 7 sick.
Okay, let us
5 out of 7. I love that movie.
untap for turn.
I don't know why I gave it that power.
That's your fault.
Decided to make this happen.
Because you know what? You'll be like, boop, boop.
Well, yeah, but she just decides to stop buffing it, yeah.
Something that is big enough to just boop, boopity boop.
You decided to make this happen. Canopy Vista. Add green. Add green or white. Canopy Vista enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. Anyway, so that also untaps. I forget. Oh wait, that's a land. Well, better proliferate. Alrighty, any number of permanents and or players, and then give each another counter of each kind already there.
So
Up to 4 poison!
And that's up to 3.
Can I have one?
You know what? No.
Damn.
Because you
was
get to
worth
tap it to remove a +1/+1 counter and put it on something else.
I mean, it was worth a try.
It was.
Definitely worth
And to
it.
that I say no.
No.
No. We're going to hold on to that because that's quite useful. And I'm going to swing at... We're going to swing at Lachlan
Okay.
for 4 with Blight Mamba.
I like it. I like it. So I am going to block it with Micaeus.
Mhm.
Tap it to make it a 5. It's still being blocked.
Cool.
So at this point, though, we should point out the specifics of regenerate, because that means you would get to remove it from combat, and therefore it wouldn't die.
Yeah, so if I were to tap 2...
But mine's not going to deal damage to yours because it's become tapped. It's only doing the blocking effect, but not going to
Nope,
trade.
still deals damage.
Still?
Once it's announced as a blocker, it's a
Oh!
blocker.
So it's still blocked.
Hell yeah. The complexity
gonna
is the
read
magic.
this. Yeah, so they will still deal damage to each other.
Yep.
Mine comes in the form of 4 infect counters.
Yep, so Lachlan's goes down to a 1/1, but then instead,
I've tapped this for regenerate. The next time this creature would be destroyed, instead tap it, remove it from combat, and heal all damage on it. So this remains at 4/4. But it stays on the battlefield?
yep.
Cool. And...
So Spambro has won twice
That's
against
my
Jimmy
turn.
with their fairy deck, but he's incredibly kind, teaching me how some cards work. Yes,
Tell everyone.
he's just a good boy.
Tell everyone I'm so friendly.
PT.
Fair enough, I guess, because it doesn't have the tap symbol means that, like, even though it's already tapped, it just stays tapped.
I made a misplay again.
Hey, I believe in you.
Yep, so I drew before we did the upkeep step.
That's
So
cool.
Would anyone like to put counters on their stuff?
Hell yeah, I
I'm
would.
I'm good to save you.
Figure people aren't going to say no to going back and doing it.
Actually, I'm gonna leave that one at a 4/4, and instead I'm gonna add a 2/2 counter to this one.
And now I'm at a deficit. No!
Now I'll draw the card I drew. That's alright, doesn't really change what I was going to do.
That's good.
So I'm casting Heron Blade Elite, another vigilance creature, human warrior. She's a 1/1, but whenever another human enters the battlefield under my control, put a 1/1 counter on Heron Blade Elite, and I can tap her, or tap them, sorry, to add X mana of any one color where X is the power of Heron Blade Elite.
Very cool.
So, potentially large mana dog.
I believe you have a coven.
I do have a coven. So 5, 3, and 1. And so at the beginning of combat on my turn, for creature I control, if I control 3 or more creatures with power difference, then creatures I control get +1/+0 until end of turn.
6.
Yeah, no, I'm just figuring out who I'm going to smack. I feel like Tom's already on the verge of a bad time, so I'm going to leave you alone, and I know that's been bad for me every time in the past.
I'm not going to say no.
Remember when he hit you for 1?
Should have just killed him. Going into combat, and because you just reminded me of that game, I'm going to punish back. No, she's got the infect on mine.
Yeah.
And at the moment I can still kind of block it, so I'm...
There's a 6/5 coming at you, Beck.
Yeah. I mean, previous games aside, you play for the game in front of you.
Play for the game in front of you.
Except for when you have a vendetta against Tom.
When
Which
in
is
doubt,
all the time.
strike Tom out.
Yeah, that's it.
I also don't want to, like, speed up... I haven't seen what this deck does.
It plays
Surely-
multicolored creatures.
Surely next
I
turn will be.
take the damage.
Hi, Mr. Man.
Second main doing
Oh,
nothing,
hello.
and that's my turn.
So formal.
It's
Guys.
for the
That's
people that
still
don't
tapped,
know.
brother.
It's got vigilance, sister.
Aw.
All right. I love what Beck did, so I'm also playing a Canopy Vista, and because I searched for those 2 basics before, this comes in untapped. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana available.
Your board state upsets me.
That's fine. It's going to get even worse for
it
you.
will.
It's the worst.
I'm going to pay 2 to get Gigantha into my hand. Gigantha, once again, is a mana dork that taps for Wooburg. But I'm not going to play them.
So where's the... Sorry, just...
That's all good.
With Companion, where's the whole thing of paying 2 to put it in your hand?
They errated companions because originally
It was just...
it could literally be an extra. You could cast it from exile. It was
Yeah.
like an extra different commander, and that was broken and dumb. So they powered it down a little bit by having you put it in your hand first.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry, I wasn't sure.
That's totally fair.
You should have known that, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what the hell, man? You're meant to be the rules lawyer here.
Because the complexity of this game.
I'm going to pay 5 for a fusion elemental. This is an 8/8.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't zap that.
What this?
Zap.
Yeah.
Zippity zap.
Zap zap.
Just double checking I have all mana available, and I do. I have no 1 mana play, so I will pass the turn.
Cool. So I untap. I draw.
By bending the card in half before picking it up off the top of the deck.
Love you too, Mitch.
Wait, what? Do I
bitch.
bend too much?
Hello. Just a little. Really.
That's not the worst thing someone's done with
Jimmy
that
being
deck.
so formal may have been my fault too. I ripped into him one time because I didn't know what the difference between a card ability and that casting everything is a spell.
I'm just saying the right words.
Static ability, triggered ability,
So, swamp, right?
planes.
Planes. Goddamn.
The
but
worst,
before I play
the
that,
worst
right?
part about
It's
that
blind.
is that can't even be seen in camera. Like that corner of your playing that is
It's
where we
covered by your
can't see
head.
anything.
Never happened. So, then the question is, right? So the pre-main phase.
Start your pre-combat main phase. Yep.
Right.
After you've drawn, This is when this triggers.
Okay, so this triggers before I play my land.
Yep.
God damn.
Yep.
It's alright.
So your main phase is actually is a combat main phase.
Pre-combat. This is the main phase before combat.
So it's the beginning of the main phase, the first main phase.
Yeah.
I wish they just said that. Beginning of your first main phase.
Because if you have a second combat, that you're in another main phase.
True. That would trigger again.
That's
main phases.
why, and I got it the second I read it because reading the card explains the card.
No, it doesn't.
They call it the pre-combat main phase because it's the one main phase that occurs before combat.
But what Jimmy's pointing out is if you get a second combat, then that second main phase becomes that
When
again.
do you get a second combat? Arena's never had a second.
Mostly when you're playing red.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, some cards allow you to do it.
Wee!
Alright,
What would
so
you like to do?
I have no choice, but I can do one or more.
Yeah.
So I can create a creature, I can create a treasure, which treasure is really handy because you can sacrifice it and add 1 mana of any color. Really good for ramp. I could draw a card and lose 2 life, which I'm pretty sure the card that I'm going to draw. That's kind of cool.
Do it. Just take all... Remember, you can cast that from the top of your library, though.
No, I can't. You may cast Cleric, Rogue, Warriors, and Wizards
Fair. Good point.
from the top of my thing. And even though...
That is a cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard. You might-
Exactly. But it's only what's in the banner, in this banner, that counts and not the wording.
To be fair, I did see it, and I totally get where he's
Because it's a
stuck.
shapeshifter and it counts as everything. So therefore, can it be cast? Sweet.
Yeah, I think so. I think because it's it doesn't say when it's on the field as shapeshifter. It's like it's always everything.
It's always everything. So
I'm pretty
therefore,
sure,
it could be
yeah.
cast from the top. Sweet. And then the last thing was create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. You lose 3 life. I'm going to do.
dirty things.
I'm going to create a treasure
Yep, with 1 life.
because treasure is just so good.
Treasure.
It's already on the field.
Yep.
Treasure. I lose 1 life down to 39. And then I'm
Look,
going
if you don't
to
make the change,
hire...
I'm going to be disappointed in you.
Yeah, I'm going to make a shapeshifter, which is the changeling.
Nice.
Du-du-du-du.
Lose another 3?
So that means he's got the full party now. Yes.
I have the
No.
No, because you need one of...
You
need the
have
same
to have
number,
one
yeah.
of each.
Yeah.
This can't count as 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we had that discussion
Yeah.
last time we played.
It's a weird ruling, but that's how they've done it.
Now, we're in the main phase.
Exactly.
Plains.
Swamp. 6 mana open.
Why are you going to be like this?
Because
Because you said swamp.
That was a sinking error. It was.
I think I'm going to cast this guy from the top of my deck. So for 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to cast Mirror Entity. He's a changeling. This card is every creature type, and then I can pay X, and until end of turn, creatures you control have base power and toughness equal to X, and gain all creature types.
That's very cool. Party is now online.
So the party's now online. So at the beginning of your combat, we're now at the beginning of combat.
Let's
If
give...
you have a full party, yes.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, I also lose 3 life, so down to 36.
Down to 36. I was just going to say, let's give Lachlan some dice, because he's going to need them.
Didn't you create a treasure token?
He did, it's here.
Yeah, but I also created a changeling, so I lost 4 life in total.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
down
that's
to
fine.
Is that
36.
enough dice?
Oh, these are so pretty.
So yeah,
only needs 4, but-
if you have a full party, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain death touch until end of turn.
Gross.
If you need me, I'll just be looking at these.
And you can't attack me. I love you, Lachlan. Please don't hurt me.
Please.
Keep taking
don't
my
hurt
counters.
me.
What if I just attacked you anyway?
Them's
It
the rules.
would be funny.
It would be funny.
I'd cry. Tom, please. Hide your hands.
It's only my companion, it's fine. You already know I have that.
No, but when you're like this.
Look,
I
we're
mean,
all friendly here.
Let me just have a look and see what my next card is. How interesting.
I was looking at chat, and then I was looking. I had my eyes closed, and then I was looking at Jimmy. I saw nothing.
You saw nothing?
I saw nothing.
Nothing. I will end my turn.
Sure. Okay. No attack.
+1/+1 counter on each creature I control, and those creatures gain death touch until end of turn.
Yeah.
Do they keep the 1/1 counters on them, or do they lose them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
so
you get
it
the 1/1
counts as
counter.
a permanent thing,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay, cool. It's not always.
Well, semi-permanent.
It's moderately permanent. Turn.
Turn.
Permanent until
The complexity of magic.
permanent until something with infect is on the table.
Yeah, crazy that.
This is just got some stuff going on.
Someone should deal with the threats on the table.
What threats? I am just having a fun time.
You've got a good
You're just playing D&D while I'm like, here's my 8 every color.
You've got a good amount of mana. You can do
I
it.
do have a good amount of mana. I've also drawn more lands.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes for me.
Dude, how good are changelings?
I haven't hit a land drop for a few turns now.
Oh no.
I think changelings are boring personally, but they are very powerful.
We're going to start by playing Sandstep Citadel. Sandstep Citadel enters the battlefield tapped, and I may tap it for white, black, or green. That's fine. That is now a land entering under my control, so Blight Mamba will go up. Mamba will go up to 4. Evolution Sage will go up to +3/+3. And choose any number of permanents and or players and give them each another counter. Yep.
Yep. Up to
you go.
5 poison.
Nope. And Tom, I'm gonna swing at you for 5 with the Blight Mamba.
Cool, I have to block it. Otherwise I will lose the game. I'll block with my 8/8.
And in this instant, paying 3 to play Mortify, destroy target creature or enchantment.
So
You want to do that
before.
first.
So you want to destroy it because it's declared blocks?
I was trying to get in
Yes.
between.
Yes, no, there is no step in between. Once I've announced blocks, this creature is blocking. What you want to do is go back to your main phase and just kill this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's an instant?
Or in your declare attacker space is also another time you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not before blocks. So, is that how you want to do it? You will
No.
be taking me out of the game.
No, I'll keep it.
You sure?
I'll keep
I'm
it.
letting you do it.
No, I'll keep it, and I'll just pay the 2 to regenerate Blight Mamba.
Okay. Because you
That
will still
still
make this.
has
-5.
-5 on it.
That big 8 is less of a threat now.
I mean, that's like, I hit you and, well, you've just been crippled.
Yeah, you still come out worse.
I've just bitten your legs, and now your legs don't work.
Enjoy dinner party, people.
Rough.
Gross.
Arena's a lot nicer about that. They give you that second after you've declared attackers to play instants.
Oh,
Yes.
no, you do get that.
You do get that, but we jumped forward in time to when I announced blockers.
Anyway, that's
That's
fine.
why I was letting you do it. If you wanted to take me out of the game,
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
it's the right move.
You just know what I have now, so prepare yourself. I've played this game before. We really need to be focusing on Lachlan because that's about to get out of hand. But I've seen you in this position before.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
So it's F you, but F you in particular.
that's my turn.
I'm just saying, wipe me out of this game and then we'll play game 2.
Untap.
That's true.
Upkeep.
Oh! Are we going to go down the chart? It's like,
I would like to put 2 1/1 counters on my creature and turn it from a -5 into a -3.
Look, the reason I like to do it is I feel like for the people who don't know Magic, it's good
Yeah.
for
Yep.
understanding what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on here than if people don't understand what's going on in Magic, they're just not going to be able to follow what's going
No,
on.
yeah.
but if at least they understand what part of the term we're
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
100%.
I'm not taking any counters.
You fiend.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Where are you putting them?
On this bad boy.
There, boy.
Yeah, the one and only.
The baddest of them all.
The baddest of them all.
I still need to pay 2 for that one.
Did I draw? No, I haven't drawn it because that was
Yeah, beginning.
That was the beginning.
That's why we go through the steps.
Woo!
Whoa.
Plants return.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Sorry.
I've got nothing
Sorry.
at the beginning of my,
No,
my
it's cool,
main
it's
piece.
cool, cool. I'm just going to jump in at any time. It's fine, don't worry.
Unless I can have a treasure.
No, but no, it's fine. Tom can also cast things, so.
I have 1 mana open.
No, you have 2 mana open.
Nope, this one costs mana.
Well,
It's a cycle, not an ad.
fair enough.
Yep.
Hmm.
You never know, you could have a 1 blue counter in there, so we have to stop at every opportunity for you to declare that you're not going to counter.
It's true.
I'm just.
Priority passes every single game action.
It's 6-5.
So while we're talking about Dice Masters, right?
Mm.
how good is
Sometimes I have a
Taskmaster
7-7.
New Zealand?
New Zealand?
That's like,
And that's a 3.
No, the effect of the
Yeah.
ability of that during the upkeep. I'm putting on the vigilance creature.
how much did your commander cost to cast?
4.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, I'm tempted, but then I'm like, I've also got other things that I'm just like,
The classic other thing.
the other things tactic, you know? And I'm just like, well, Beck hasn't taken counters from me this turn.
Yeah.
That's not promising for me.
Oh, I just have my own way to generate counters now. So
I see. Okay, so you might not attack me, but you might attack me.
at this point, I have no reason to attack you.
Okay. I'm going to cast my commander.
Woo!
I'm going to cast.
Can you counter it?
No,
Does it resolve?
I have 1 blue mana open to me.
Sorry, bad joke.
And we're not playing whatever the one it is that you have to pay 5 mana at the start of your turn.
As
bad
asked.
Past turn.
Force
Is that
of
a
will?
complex thing?
Force of will?
Is it Force of Will? Force of Negation.
Oh, so it's going around, are we? Okay.
No. What's
Any
happening?
response?
I don't have blue, alright? I'm not countering this.
Yeah, no worries.
I would actually like to add to the stat.
Alright, going into combat.
yeah.
This effect goes.
You got
So-
2, actually.
Yeah, I do. So, in terms of order, this will go first. This will go second. This will go first. So everything gets a +1/+0, and then at the beginning of combat on my turn, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature I control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, draw a card. Which I do control 3 or more different creatures, but I've got to do the counter first.
2/2 with Vigilance does sound good.
Does
2/2 that can tap for 2.
That's it. That's the thing. It taps for 2.
So your creatures have to have different power as well?
Yes.
So, like, you've got a 7, a 3, a 2, and...
0, but only
Zero.
3 creatures to have different powers.
Yeah.
Because the
That's
whole
cool.
coven thing
That's-
of being
It's
3.
cool, but it's not.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's not game breaking.
It's weird. It's just extra things that I feel like you just have to keep track of for no reason.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no reason.
So that's what a
5/5.
5/5.
Yep.
And you've got 2 mana floating. You know what?
1 mana floating.
Sorry, it's a cycle. That's right. You know what?
Sorry, did
I'm just gonna stay.
that not go down to a...
It did, but remember that thing I pointed out at the start of the game that +1/+1 counters cross out neg1 counters?
Yeah?
Jimmy's creature put 2
Ah,
counters.
right,
okay, sorry.
Yeah.
He actually did announce it to the
He had a
table.
creature on the table. I'm so used to him not having creatures on the table. I forgot that Tom also got that benefit. It was not just me and Beck getting that benefit. Tom also gets included sometimes.
But Tom is not allowed to attack me now. That's the main
true.
thing.
That, yeah.
And as such, I am going to pass the P the T because I don't actually.
You're all just waiting for a board wipe. Like,
Yeah, I just kind of want to see what's happening. Like, I'm just going to be neutral for a bit. I'm enjoying being the buff everyone else and see what happens.
I'm going to play a Crystal Quarry, which can tap for colorless or can cycle 5 of anything into 1 of each.
That's kind of cool. Because that works with your thing where you have to cast
Oh no, I
using
have a
colours.
Crystal Grotto in my deck. I was like, I have a Crystal Quarry. Why can't mine do that? Because it's a grotto. It's disgusting.
What is a grotto?
It's like an underground sort of pond or like lake.
Yeah.
I feel like that's right.
Black? Yeah.
I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Sounds believable.
That's 7, not 6. I can't count, but that's okay. Cool, I'll pay the additional 1. I'm going to bestow Chromanticore. This is a 4/4 with flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, and lifelink, but I'm going to bestow it onto this creature, and the enchanted creature gets +4 and has all of those things. So now this is a 9/9 with Flying, First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink.
Great card. I love Chromatical.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a thing.
Yep. 36, 31, 40. Beck's getting hit 'cause she gave me infect damage.
That's fair. That is so fair. I couldn't think of a more just attack in my life.
Yep. Beck takes 9.
I can still choose to block you.
It's got flying.
She might have a response still.
Yeah, she could have. Actually, she does have that.
does.
Too.
Yeah, did you forget about that? You just made a 9/9 creature with
It's the only thing
flying.
I can do.
You son of a bitch, you're so lucky.
She's got the black.
I could have grabbed any card because I didn't tap my mana before. I was like, oh, I need to tap it, and my basics were on this side, and I was like, fine, whatever. All right, so I'm taking 9 damage.
Taking 9 and I'm gaining 9.
All right.
Up to
Do you remember if
49.
the card that she went to play before, if it was target permanent or if it was creature?
Do you want me to show you?
No, that's alright. I'll wait.
9, 22.
Because it's either possibly remove the Chromatical, which is arguably worse.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right. Before you end your turn, I'm flashing.
Whoa.
Wait. Oh, wait.
Avon Mind Sensor. Flash in, flying. If an opponent would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards of their library instead.
Did you say Avon?
What?
Avon.
Wait, Avon.
Avon.
Avon?
3, 2,
You know
1,
what?
There's no
Gary.
O.
It's an estuary.
You just went estuary and you're...
But that cost me my treasure to cast it.
Great card, though. I've been on the receiving end of that one so many times.
Big jerk
Yeah.
card.
But it also, it's just kind of handy because he's also a wizard.
Yeah.
So, sorry. And the other thing I want to do was reduce this down by 1 because then it increases everyone else by 1.
Me too.
No.
Could
Each other creature I control, so
I
flashed him
reduce
in.
it by 1? It
do
does
the
all
thing.
of his creatures?
Yeah.
Great card.
And then it untaps for the turn. Then I draw for turn. It's that card that I saw from earlier.
What
Hey,
did
would you like to check the top of your library again?
Hell yeah, I do.
Honestly, just anytime I can. Oh, yeah.
It looks cool. I don't really know what it does, but swamp. But before we do the swamp, we must do black market connections. So we'll create a treasure, which will lose me a life.
Alright.
And I think that's all I'm going to do. Because
yeah.
that only loses me 1 life, and I have to do it, so it's 1 or more.
Yep.
Then we're going to cast a swamp. Cast? Play?
Yeah, play.
It's all
It's not a
casting.
spell.
Summon?
Yeah.
Use the power of
Put your foot in it.
put your foot in it.
Because I guess
Because it's a bog.
the
Yeah.
swamps are already there with at the place you're having the fight. You're not bringing it in from your memory.
Well, if you look at the green cards, they're like you can play an additional land on
Yeah.
your turn, so it's, I guess, play is the correct term for
Alright, so 2 swamps is going to get me the Arcane Signet, which I can tap it for any color that my commander could cast.
I just bought 4 of those.
Hell yeah, I'm going
Why
to
is
use
it
that
funny?
to then bring in the multiclass Baldric, which is equipped creature has lifelink if you control a cleric, death touch if you control a rogue, haste if you control a warrior, and flying if you control a wizard. As long as you have a full party, prevent all damage that would be dealt to equipped creature.
So good.
That's so good.
How much was that?
It was a 1 cost. And then it's 2 to equip it. So we're just going to equip it to Micaeus, who can now fly and is a 5/5 flying beast. It just doesn't have... The one thing it doesn't have, though, is vigilance.
Good.
So,
I'm okay with that.
so I'm like, maybe I'll actually put it on Nalia.
Oh, you gotta pay another 2 mana now.
Fuck. Then, let me just check this one to make sure that I'm not going to do this instead.
Reading the card explains the card.
Yep.
Look, does it cost 3 mana? Because that's what you have.
No,
Open.
it doesn't.
Costs 2.
3 mana or less.
Cool.
I love decks like that, where it's just like you can just toolbox off the top.
So dumb.
It's so good.
So dumb. So then we go to our combat phase, and everything gets a +1.
Y'all need to board wipe this, man.
Oh, we do.
And now I can't attack Jimmy
Correct.
because Jimmy is a good boy.
Tom has 49 life.
You have deaths.
That's true. I also have a 9/9 lifelinker
That's
with
true.
first strike
And
And he
fly.
can only
and
block
flying,
one thing.
but it will kill your thing.
It will kill my thing after all.
Unless
Except
it's
for
your
this
commander.
guy, which is as long as you have a full party, no damage is dealt to it.
That's
So-
true. You could just swing at me with that. I'll still block it, but
That is very true.
but also Rebecca exists.
She does exist.
I'm the only thing you have to deal with, Tom.
I'm the only thing you have to deal with Lachlan.
Jimmy, what's
See
going
how
on with
that
Jimmy?
works?
What's going on with Jimmy?
I'm essentially a bank. You guys owe me
Okay.
debts at the moment, so
Jim-
you can't.
No, I'm debt free. Like, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's fair.
I only have a blood debt to repay.
I'm gonna swing at Tom
Yep.
with Nalia. It has death touch.
That's a good point.
You should
I
never
see your
remind
No,
you.
I had to tell him it had death touch. Like,
Yeah.
that's unfair.
Yeah, I know.
That would.
Hey,
Because that will prevent all combat damage. My first strike won't do anything, so I will take 6 commander damage.
And I will gain 6 life.
Nice.
Yeah.
That death touch really came in clutch.
It's
Very
like
well done.
when you're versing someone, it's just like it's becoming a clutch game. So I'm going to stop telling them what's on the card because they've got to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn.
All right.
No, I would always.
The polite thing is to say, like, especially since he said I am going to block it. It's just like you've already forgotten that there's death touch on that. haven't you?
Yeah.
Which they wouldn't block if they knew that there was death touch on it.
Well, basically, it's only because of that equipment, right? If it didn't have that equipment, I could block it, no worries, because first strike would just destroy it
100%.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Yes, I've also misplayed my lands, so
That's
I'm-
alright.
I should be dead this turn.
I
but we'll see how it
misplayed
goes.
my. I played a human and I forgot to put a counter on that one. Don't matter. Don't worry.
That's right. Beck misplayed her whole turn. So
I've misplayed
let's
my
see if she
entire
corrects it
game
this time.
by not spending all my mana every turn to cast more
It
things.
wasn't misplayed. Just used mana that she wanted to use later.
Exactly. But also, she should have just killed my creature and killed me.
You good?
Yeah, you're gonna kill my creature and kill me this time?
I'm instead going to tap that for black.
In fairness, you should probably let her know that if you kill that creature, the bestowed creature becomes a creature. It doesn't actually go to your graveyard.
Yeah, bestow, it falls off and becomes
Yeah,
its own
so
creature.
you still have a creature. So you.
I forgot about that.
Okay. Like just
Doesn't matter.
just because like
Yep.
All right, playing.
Sorry, Beck.
No, you're all good. I still want to keep a black available.
Well, you need to command tower and something that does command tower.
And 4, we are camasting.
Hey. You use the thick boy version.
Like,
Thick boy,
Gross.
shiny girl, shiny girl. Did it work?
It
No.
likes the other version better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Camasting with flying, vigilance, and toxic 2. It has corrupted at the beginning of your end step. Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells.
So fun. Ooh.
Tom's deck though is going to be really expensive, like 5 color stuff, which is fine because as long as you got 5 mana open, Tom's the only one that you can really exile
Yeah.
at the moment.
at the moment.
I don't have hands.
Yes. But worth noting that if she kills me, that card disappears. She won't be able to cast it.
It's a very good point.
But if she only exiles the land, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Tom's board set was so bad that not even Tom knew where his graveyard was, and he was like,
One day, I hope.
One day I'll learn real things.
How many years has it been?
we need one of those like children's like placemats that they use for when they're like, these are like vegetables and these are the but like
We
this is your
considered
commander.
we considered like a playmat that like had that all printed in one, but Camera-wise,
I'm
it's
doing
just easier to
math.
deal with
You
this.
doing math? All right.
What's that worth, Tom?
This is a 9-9.
9,
Brooklyn 99.
9-9.
5,
Great show.
6, 4.
And at the turn of a dial, they could all go up by 1.
That is the grossest part of it.
That's so good. And getting it like first turn, and then Jimmy was like, "Oh, just buff it." I mean, the only downside was that Beck knocked it down a peg, which kind of sucked. But then it's like, oh, you can only tap it once.
And then
I don't have any untap.
every upkeep you can just still keep adding on and using the secondary effect.
Oh, it's getting 2 per turn because now this is triggering. Like these guys are going hand in hand. Like this is giving this one 1, so I could just start doubling my guys. Not doubling, 2 counters instead of the 1.
Yeah.
Economy.
Alrighty. So, okay. We are going to. Sorry. This
Well, what's
is
a
tough
prairie?
one.
If the grotto was exactly what we said it was.
Yeah, a
I
grotto
thought Perry's
is
like a field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a lightly. It's a field with like moderately high grass. Might as well, Tom. I'm gonna swing at you for.
Cats, man. They work in 3D.
Yeah.
3 dimensions. That's why you get dogs. They're 2-dimensional creatures.
Your dog, man.
We're kind of at a point now in which it's like I can't throw my stuff at any of your walls
Yes.
because even that's a wall.
Yeah.
So it's like if I hold on to it, it stops you guys from being able to thwack me.
Yes.
So I could just skip combat for now, keep everything alive, or I could try and swing at you, but you'll still be able to block it.
Yeah.
It's just I'll be able to keep this alive.
That one's also summon sick, isn't it? You played that this time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Summon
So
sick.
the other thing that's worth noting is this has first strike, so your thing will die first.
Yeah,
So it wouldn't even do the counters on
now
my
that it's
creature.
out, does the summoning sickness stop the corrupted from happening as well?
No,
because that's a...
that's
It's
a
just an
static
ability.
effect.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to stay with everything for now. I'm entering my end step. You're exiling that face down.
Face down.
Yeah.
Even better.
At the beginning of your end step, each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. You may spend mana as though they were mana of any color to cast those spells.
Oh, there you go.
Is it a 2-mana spell? 2-mana instant.
Prairies are enormous stretches of flat grassland with moderate temperature, moderate rainfall, and few trees. There you go. Thanks,
There you
Morgan.
Very few.
You're getting cold out as well, man.
Yeah, I know. But also...
So
no,
this
'cause-
remains exiled face down, and I
Yeah.
get to play it as long as it remains exiled.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
So
No,
No, you may as well keep it on
I
your
might as
side.
well keep it.
It's
Tom, Tom can't see it.
your card now. I don't care.
all right, and
I bet you that Tom has a card in it that
just-
says read face down cards.
it's the end step, so I'll leave it. I was just going to say the second main phase, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep.
Woo! Yes, please.
Who would like
Yes.
counters?
Yes, please.
Would you like counters?
No thanks.
Okay,
there
you
any
just
more-
forced my hand.
Are there any more-
You have declared a war.
I'll just quickly bump this. Is it just the one
It's
creature?
2 counters on 1 creature.
Yeah, okay.
You're actually going to take it?
Yep.
Because I haven't looked at the card I've drawn, so...
We'll just increase the amount of counters over here.
Yeah, I thought about it, but that's how we're doing it. Are you telling me how to do my board state? You telling me how to run my my board?
Gross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Alright. Land for turn.
Woo! Woo! It's getting there.
Also, Jimmy's land is all just basic land.
Realistically,
Feels
like,
bad, man.
I know command towers are great, land and all that for command, obviously, because you get your colors. But in a 2-color deck, like, it's not super crucial. Like, I know it's nice, but like, you typically get both colors.
No matter what you're doing, I'll deal with Lachlan's shit. Just don't swing at me. I mean, don't swing at me anyway, because I'll gain a bunch of life.
I don't need to.
But I'm good. Okay, if you think so.
I've already bribed these two.
Okay.
This is an issue for me.
No, it's not. I took counters. I'm not attacking.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Everyone took counters.
Okay, well, I'm just going to hang by myself for a while.
Okay, you passing?
Going into my combat step. So no, I'm not passing. +1, +0 on everything, and then I put a counter on a creature and then draw a card. So putting a counter.
Yeah, we're all out of the 1/1 counters, I'm afraid.
No, I'm just going to increase that one to 2.
Ah, cool.
Because it's mana. And then I draw a card. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well,
Go.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm just gonna steal this. Don't worry
so
about
good.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call turn on that one.
Alrighty then.
I've got a discard.
Ooh,
So
I haven't drawn my card yet.
I'm actually, I don't know.
Discard the land, Jimmy. Do it. You don't need it. Do it. You've changed.
Fine.
You wouldn't do it.
Exotic Orchard.
Yep, it was exotic.
Exodia.
It added a bit of complexity to my lands.
Alright. I'm going to play the Frontier Bivouac that I should have played last turn so that I would have 10 mana available this turn.
I'm sorry, how is that pronounced?
Bivouac. Frontier.
Wait, who said not front?
Frontier.
Oh, God.
Front tire.
Yeah,
tire.
front
Yeah,
tire.
that's when you break down.
No, we just had this point of contention with Chris a couple of weeks ago. It's like, how do you pronounce it? Bivouac? Bivouac?
just so people know, that's what I discarded. Just
I'm going to slow Lachlan down so you can swing it in him. You're not going to swing at me if I deal with Lachlan's bullshit.
I promise.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, okay.
Starting with Mythos of Nethroi. Destroy target non-land permanent if it's a creature, or if green and white was spent on this spell. So basically, if green and white is spent, I can destroy anything.
Uh-huh.
But it's a creature, I'm destroying a commander.
Well, that's just rude.
Yep, gets around your stopping dealing damage to it.
I mean, you can just target the artifact if you want.
No, because I want to kill more than one of these creatures.
I see. Let me just quickly look at my hand and my top of my deck.
Oh wait, so is all his creatures protected?
No, just that one because it's got that there.
But he needs to be in his step to also equip it to something.
Then I'm gonna pay 3 for Broker's Charm, which has 3 options. Target creature I control gets +1 until end of turn, +1/+0 specifically. And it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Destroy target enchantment, or draw 2 cards. I'm gonna have my 11/11, which will be a 12/11, deal 12 damage to your creature, and I'll gain 12 life.
Okay. I'm gonna tap it. Everything else is gonna go up.
Yep. And I'm going up to 55.
No, it's still taking damage, yeah.
That was upsetting.
You still can't attack me even though that creature's gone, just so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go to combat
Uh-huh.
and swing at you for 12 in the air with first strike, vigilance, trample, and lifelink.
Trample?
Yep.
Oh, well, fine. I'll just take it to the face.
Okay. Then I'll gain another 12.
Okay. Kill him.
I'm trying.
She agreed not to.
That doesn't mean anything. So down to 29 for me.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
If she goes back on a deal, she's sleeping on the couch.
Joke's on you, that couch is pretty comfortable.
I'm up to 67 life. I have...
Weird card has a baboon butt. What?
What?
That's what Spammer just said. Weird card has a baboon butt.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, I get it.
You know what?
I
She's not
do.
wrong.
It's,
This is why I love
love
having
footsies.
fun people in chat, because she's not wrong. I have 3 mana available, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap for turn. Draw. So I draw.
this weather's kind of gross.
I can turn the aircon on.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
Yeah? Close the door, turn the aircon on.
Yeah, close the front door. It's not getting any cooler. It's still 19 degrees.
Um,
I'm quite warm.
I'm a little warm.
it's definitely stuffy.
Yeah,
I feel like it's been stuffy all day though.
it has. It got up to 27 degrees today.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was very warm today.
I love my house.
Huh?
Love my house.
Did you not leave your house today?
No.
Oh, I hate you. You son of a bitch.
He's remembered his pre-combat main phase trigger.
Yeah. I'm going to draw a card and lose 2 life down to 27. So I'll just need to remind Tom when he comes back in to change my life on the thing.
Lachlan is pink, if they have a pink option.
There is not a pink option.
Then I would leave it.
I don't know, and I ain't touching.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's an MTG life button. That's really
I would just leave it.
yeah. The L has a little O above it.
Yeah. So for your reference viewing, on here, you hit MTG Life,
Yep.
and it takes you to the page for life.
Oh.
Lachlan is the pink player, and
It
he
is.
took how much damage?
1.
1. Takes 1.
There you go.
Takes it down by 1. If you want to do commander damage, you then
Wait.
press that button.
Oh yeah,
No,
I did
he
leave the
loses
house.
2.
I forgot
I
about
lost-
2 to
I lost-
draw a card.
To draw a card, yeah. So I'm going to play Bajanka Bog.
I forgot about that.
Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, exile target player's graveyard. Tom?
Goodbye, random destruction cards.
Yeah, but you know what? It's on the field now, so that's all
Do
it
you have
is.
anything that can cast your stuff from the graveyard?
Me?
Probably.
He's playing black.
It seems unlikely, but
Reese, you know, you've played this deck.
It's possible in that deck. I just don't know for sure.
Oh no, this is that. I'm like, where's my hand? Why is it green? I'm so confused.
yeah.
It's been a long day.
So we're going to cast a 4, which we're going to use. That's 3, and then we need a single planes. So single planes over there. We're going to Seasoned Dungeoneer. When Seasoned Dungeoneer enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. I don't know if that matters. When you attack, target attacking cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard gains protection from creatures until end of turn. It explores.
Very cool.
So when it gets protection, what does that mean?
It means that he cannot even declare a blocker.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I reread that card, please?
Yes.
And do you want to pay 2 to equip your Baldric on somebody?
Hell yeah, I do.
Did you forget that you had it?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, and then we're going to equip the artifact onto it.
Yeah.
So then, if I swing, right, if we go to combat, and I was to attack, then basically all my creatures can't be blocked by Tom because they have protection from creatures.
I thought it was just
It's
one.
just the one, right? Whenever you attack, target attacking cleric gains protection.
Okay.
Cleric, wizard, whatever.
Okay.
It also explores, which means you reveal the top card of your library, and this is what we were talking about before. It doesn't explain what explores does
But
because there's a
it-
full paragraph of text.
But it explores when it attacks.
Yes, it explores, which means you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you put it into your hand. If it's not, the creature gets a 1/1 counter, and you choose whether the non-land card goes back into your library or into your graveyard.
It does have that on the
reveals.
card.
Yep.
Oh.
It does have that on the card.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. It's all there.
Gross.
If you read the card,
If you read
Read
the card,
the
it
card,
explains. I just
explains
thought
the
it was
card.
explaining the rest of its bullshit.
no.
All right. Which one of your creatures do you want to have protection from creatures? Actually, does it have haste?
It will with the equipment. It does
Yeah, because
because if you control a rogue,
Which has got 2 shapeshifters.
I got 2 shapeshifters, which makes up my full party.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. For this, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I do control a rogue and a warrior,
Yeah.
And a wizard and a cleric.
and a wizard and a
Technically.
yeah.
Technically, you control a cleric as well, surely, for the
Yeah.
base of that card.
So I could attack with him,
Yep.
and then
And one of your creatures will get through no matter what.
one of my creatures will get through no matter what.
Yeah.
So I will swing with Seasoned Dungeoneer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll swing with this shapeshifter,
Mm-hmm.
who has protection from creatures.
Yep.
And that's swinging for 7.
Cool. So he gets a 1/1 counter on him.
Yep.
Sorry, no. Sorry, no. He, first of all, explores. I'm assuming it's a non-land card, but let's see what happens. You reveal it.
I was looking to see just because. Oh no,
You
I
can't.
can't even. I can't.
Your commander's not
Oh
here.
no!
Flip
No.
it.
It's a land, so that goes into your hand.
Hell yeah!
Hand land. Land hand. Hand land.
Cool.
That's handy.
So that was the one.
Cool.
So that's the one that gets to explore.
Yeah.
Land.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweet. So you
Well,
can block this guy
Yeah.
with your guy.
Yeah, and they'll just bounce off each other.
They'll bounce off each other, but I will get 3 life.
Cat, what are you doing?
Yeah, cool.
And it
Stop
has
playing
death
with the
touch.
speaker.
Has death touch?
Yes.
Then I won't block it.
Yeah, which is what we discussed.
I didn't know it had death touch. Why does it have death touch?
The thing gives it death touch. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
He reminded you the first time. He didn't have to remind you a second time.
No, the previous time was because his commander was giving it to him.
What are you doing?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was the.
It was always the artifact that was giving it to him.
Ah, no, your commander was giving you some death touch too. That's why.
That's true. He did say that.
Oh yeah, I guess, but that wasn't really the reason.
No, that's cool. I will take. What is that then?
3 whole damage.
Well, 10 whole damage.
Oh, 10 whole damage. Not
Why
bad.
is that 10? That's only...
3
7
plus
and
3.
Oh, does it have trample?
No, this one he couldn't block. This one he
can
didn't,
block.
he didn't block, but it has death touch, so he didn't want to block.
That's cool.
Right. He just bitched out on the whole blocking thing.
Yep. I take 10 down to 57.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I don't even know if like blocking was worth it, but I thought the explore might be nice.
Might give you something good, yeah.
Yeah. I cry every time. Cool.
welcome.
That's my turn. I'm useless now. I'm out of gas. Tom, like,
Just cast your commander again and have instant gas.
no, that's not true at all. That's not how it works. That wasn't even the car that was giving me
It was
gas.
the McHouse.
It was the cows who was giving me gas.
I mean, your commander did put creatures onto Macaus.
Creatures.
Counters.
Well, Jimmy put cows onto the
Also
gas
true.
actually,
I'm very much a banker.
and McHouse was giving everyone else buffs. It was good. It was a good combo.
He reduces himself to buff everyone, though.
Yeah, but he
you're
already got
still
the
gaining
increase.
too. Yeah.
But and he would gain the increase from Nalia, so it was like,
Oh, fuck.
Rubber.
Alright.
what's up? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
God damn.
Yeah, we got a lot of land. I'm just gonna...
Gary, don't
use together.
pour at the computer.
He's pawing at the speaker.
No, he's pouring at the cable that is keeping the computer tied down. Because we do that here, because he exists.
I'm fairly sure we did it even before we had a cat.
Yeah, just to make the computer safe. We have a lot of equipment in this room, and if you want to see it, let us know. We'll do a whole series talking about all the shit we got going on. Because there's a lot of shit in here.
There's a lot of shit.
I'm looking at 4 microphones and 2 cameras just in this tiny little point of view.
My head likes to introduce itself to it all.
Alright, so we're gonna start out by playing We Know It, We Love It, it's Bajuka Bog.
Hey!
It does enter the battlefield tapped, which is fine, so that's just gonna go there.
Landfall trigger.
There is a landfall trigger, thanks Tom. I already knew that. That's why I finally played it, because I was gonna exile someone's freaking graveyard. I don't think you have any graveyard pulls, and you only have an orchard, but I think we have to stop Mikhail from ever coming back.
And just put it into exile.
It just goes into exile. I don't do this.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's at the beginning of my end step. Each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library.
Yeah,
face
but
down.
you may spend mana as though you were mana of any color to cast those. Ah, so
But
I
only
may look
the
at
ones
and
it
play
exiles. Yeah.
those cards.
But there he goes. He was so good. I can't even get him back. That hurts.
I think there's 1 card that can pull stuff back from exile, and it is definitely not in that deck.
There is actually a card that can play itself out of exile as well.
That's fun.
It's a blue card.
Is it Exodia?
It is actually from Khans of Kartakia, one of the worst sets. Yeah. It's like you can play it from exile or whatever, and I think it does. I can't remember what it does. It's a Tempest.
I'm stuck.
The trample is disgusting.
I've already played a land for turn, so I'm not going to do this time.
Please
Instead,
kill
I'm...
Tom.
She agreed not to.
Have we done the proliferate yet?
Yes, I'm up to 6. Did you proliferate your counters
I
back?
didn't.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. What a goodbye.
Goodbye. Get out of my house.
Ta-ta!
No, he's
TTFN.
just worth all the money I spent to be friends with him.
Wait, money?
He's
Oh,
actually
Tegan's
our own
getting-
fans.
Ah! Wait, Tegan?
Cool. So I just want to check something. This is a 6/9 with flying and toxic 2. What happens if it lands a hit on someone?
They take 2 poison damage.
Yeah, so
Only
it's
2 poison damage,
so
not 9?
toxic 2 is the factor that affects how much poison, whereas infect is actually the amount of damage.
Yeah, okay. Cool. That's fine. So we are going to play 2 greens. Oh, I really should do this actually. Hold on.
How good is Death Touch though? So good.
You know what? I think Vigilance is almost underrated.
Oh, Vigilance is saving my life right
Yeah, that's it, because you can still put pressure on other players and still have a defender. Or have mana.
Like, anything that gives all your creatures Vigilance, which I know you've put into your starter commander deck, is so powerful.
I know, I'm going to keep black just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the forest, we'll do it. Cool. We're going to pay 2 for the Golgari Signet.
Nice.
It's an artifact. I pay 1 and add both black and green. So we'll have that there. And then pay 1 for green and white. Another green, which gives me 3. And then the swamp to activate Golgari Signet, which gives me an additional 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we agree I have 5 mana with
Yep.
2 green and whatever. For Noxious Assault. Creatures I control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter.
Great card.
So,
Oh.
because I'm not one for being rude.
Oh, any response?
Yeah, anybody got any responses? Any responses?
Yikes. All I can say is yikes.
What I
Hi,
was...
Spambra. Somebody should kill me, but Beck agreed not to swing at me this turn.
Yeah, so Tegan's saying, I gotta get dinner. I thought this was going to be a quick game because someone was meant to kill Tom. Now look where we are.
Yeah, 100%. And now he's on 57 goddamn lives.
That means nothing with poison counters.
I know, but that's the only reason that he's not so much of a threat is because he's got poison counters. If this was a normal situation and he had 57 life, we would all be like,
hey,
it's a lot.
Hey, I also have 6 commander damage.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay, so I think it is important to note...
Uh-huh.
My brain shut down. Okay, so this is 8/8. This one is... Because that's 6, 3, 9, 8. And then this one is 6, 8.
8/11.
8/11 with flying. So, Excel is swinging at Jimmy.
You cannot.
I cannot because I've taken a counter from you this turn.
And you've agreed not to swing at me. Now, you are allowed to go back on that, but I will not forgive you.
Yes, he will. You know he will. You know that he really is not going to be that upset about
Time
it.
heals all wounds.
If you go back on deals made in Commander, no one will ever trust you in a game of Commander again. Do you want to put that on the line just to swing at me this
That's
once?
not true at all.
That's-
That's so not true. I've seen so many times Tom has broken agreements
Literally
all
never.
the time.
Literally never broken an
Literally
agreement
all
in
the time.
Commander.
Every single time.
Okay, so I'm swinging at Lachlan for 8. Remember, you have a creature with flying.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to take all of it, but you're still getting a poison counter this turn.
Oh, good to know.
And then that's... I cannot remember these numbers, because that's... I'm just going to
9.
turn this into a 6 real quick. Yeah, 9, 8, and then this
8/11.
is 8/11. Yeah. So I'm swinging at you 4, 9, 8.
Just for clarification, is this tapped? Is that what? Because
Yeah.
this one's got vigilance. Just don't forget that.
Yeah.
You're not swinging with your other one?
I'll take it.
You'll just take it?
It will kill you.
Good game's good game.
It alone has 8 poison counters it's going to put on you.
Which
Yep.
means if you block the other 2, you'll lose.
Yeah, why are you not swinging? I mean, it's up to you, but Tom's just going to swing back at you.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
he
I
had
can't,
no agreement not to swing at you.
I can't deal 22 damage to her.
Yeah, see, the problem is that I want people to play Magic with me in the future, and Tom got into my head.
Yeah.
So,
I reckon you should swing at everything
Beck,
at Lachlan.
do not listen to what Tom was saying. That is some meta BS.
At a crux in the game, or when it's you can win, that's when deals go out the window as
Yeah.
well. I'm not saying you're gonna win as in just killing Tom. I mean winning is like overall kill everyone one turn.
Yeah, if situation changes and you can kill everyone in one turn, go for it. Understandable.
I get what you're saying about.
I made a deal to protect myself to help you swing at Lachlan. Please swing everything at Lachlan,
That's
but
fine.
it's your
We'll
choice.
swing everything at Lachlan.
But Commander
If you-
is fully a
what I will-
politics game too.
What I will say is if you block the Mamba, you won't take all of the infect tokens. You'll just take 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
He can only block 2 of them.
Yeah, I can only block 2.
See, they made an unwritten agreement, Reese, so it's not necessarily that,
I agreed to blow up Lachlan's things
How
if
are
she
you letting
agreed
Tom
not to
talk
attack
me into this? Because he's bullying me into saying people won't want to play with me if I attack him.
We made an agreement. Next turn, she's free to swing at me.
So what you're saying is Tom bullied you by bullying you.
I just need someone to say that I can attack Tom and people will still want to play with me.
I'd never said that. I wouldn't. I actively said, don't listen to Tom. We'll still play with you. That is not a problem.
She made a deal.
I'm so confused.
I've never
She's swinging at
played.
Lachlan.
I've seen so many deals be broken. It's not even funny.
I don't respect that.
Magic's a game. Like it's a
It's
politics
a game.
Yeah.
She's swinging everything at Lachlan. What you got?
Okay, I got 2 defenders. How do I survive?
You block the Mamba.
Because
And then-
I can't stop it from dying is the other thing. So if you have anything with 8, which you don't, but that's fine.
I let it all through.
No, you block the Mamba, otherwise you die.
I let it through.
Lachlan's going out on his own terms.
All right.
Yeah, because I will not get my next turn because Tom could then boot me
Actually,
out.
if you let everything through, you won't die. You have to block that creature to die, because otherwise you won't take poison counters. You're just taking a bunch of damage.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. If you let it all through, you only get the infect from this one and this one.
You'll get 10 if you let both of those hit you.
Oh, true. Yeah, I was wrong. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, 'cause
that one
that's
does
8
too.
and that's 2.
2, yeah.
So realistically, the most value to block is just because it hasn't got trample. You can just block that one, take the hit from that one, and that one will just put 2 counters on you. And that way you'll take 3 poison counters.
Plus it's like,
8.
what is it?
8.
9?
8.
That's 8. 8 damage and 9 damage.
Yeah.
Gross.
So it's 15 all.
So it'll really knock you about, but you
17.
can actually stay in.
Alright, so I will block the Mamba
Yep.
with my Wizard Bird,
Yep.
and the rest of it's coming through. So for 15, and I'm going
What
to
does
get...
that say? Oh, if they would search the library.
What's the power of your bird?
my bird was 6.
God damn.
It was 8 with the
Yep.
+2/+2.
Damn.
Cool. Additionally, if you let it all through, you've only got 2 poison counters, and you won't trigger Dex ability.
Question though. So you're all tapped out, right?
This has vigilance, but I have no mana.
I'm going to double block your Mamba to get it out of the way.
So that now dies because it had 8.
Yep, but then both of these will come through, which I'm sure I will not die still.
No, you'll just take a chunk of damage. That's it.
A chunk of damage.
You just take a chunk of damage. The Blight
And
Mama
two
dies.
This will lose all its counters, but still be alive.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Because it deals damage as an infect.
And I get 2 poison.
I was going to give you those.
Plus, I lose...
These are my poison counters. Don't use that shit.
Plus,
take
you lose 17.
17.
Yeah.
So 30
Nice.
down to 13.
You know what? And now the snake is gone.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. You did it. Look at you go.
Right, that was probably the biggest threat on the table.
At the beginning of my end step,
Like, the fact that she just kept regenerating it. Sorry.
Yeah.
at the
sorry.
beginning of my end step, each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters exiles the top card of their library. You only have 2.
Yeah. Did I get an extra one from this?
Nope.
Nope.
Because you didn't block.
Yeah, he did block it.
Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. So I have 4 poison counters.
3.
Oh, just 3.
Yeah.
Just 3. So give me the top card of your library.
You blocked the Mamba, I forgot.
What? Oh, wait, you can't check it anymore. What's next?
Hey! That was a complicated term for a complex game. And if you could track that, I hope we got that all right. We probably didn't. That was a lot of numbers going around.
pretty
Because
good.
you were like, because you were being like, oh well, I'm dead, but it's just like, well, you can survive it quite happily.
Yeah, I was just figuring out what you needed to block to do
And
it.
taking that Mumber off the field because it could be regenerated for, that is huge.
That is my turn.
You're welcome.
No, thank you. That's huge.
It's like, here's another one.
Untap.
PT.
Yep.
PTTT.
PTTTT.
For what it's worth, you've taken 8 commander damage from Beck.
Hell yeah.
Upkeep.
Yes, please. I would like to remove this 1/1 counter and turn it into a 1/1 counter by negging it out and adding a second one.
I'm done with your banking ways, sir.
What? The banking guilds won't forgive you for that. No.
You've been watching too much Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just memory.
I guess I'm gonna buff my guy. Only my changeling. So he's not a super chump.
Cool.
It's changeling. It's always a super chump.
Oh yeah.
Super chump.
Super chump.
Okay, and then I draw for turn.
Super chump. Let's get into super chump. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Hey.
So you took counters, you did not.
No, I did not.
I took counters.
Yes.
I would just like to say that I got rid of the Mumba, and you're welcome.
It's coming. I got rid of your stuff. You're welcome.
That hurt a lot. That hurt so much.
If it's any consolation, I'm done now. I'm done with you. It's all you.
It's coming.
Thanks for coming.
It's coming.
I need to check a rule, but I'm not going to ask you.
That's fair.
Just message Reese.
If you survive.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm like, But at least I help you guys out a little bit.
Well, I'm actually kind of enjoying being the impartial person at the moment. Like, just sitting here, just...
Yeah, until you're not.
Yeah, that's it.
But hopefully you've just drawn up a bunch of removal.
No promises. I'm not telling you.
That's right. What if I just play a creature that doesn't care if you remove it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's the game, right?
Everyone else at the table has mastered and I haven't. I should probably change that.
Probably get on that.
I love how you say that like that wasn't your plan all along. Everyone else. I should probably get
well,
on that.
Chris?
I'm such a baby little player.
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
You know what?
Yeah, I know what.
For 6, I'm going to cast Enduring Scale Lord. So it's a flying dragon. It's a 4/4, but whenever one or more 1/1 counters are put on another creature I control, I can put an additional 1/1 counter onto Enduring Scale Lord.
Nice.
Because I am the only one on the field without a flyer.
Yep.
And
That's going to be very fun at the start of your combat.
yeah, going into combat now. Providing no response.
No response.
Yeah, cool. 1 black mana, 2 1 colorless, not colorless treasure. No response, top Lachlan.
No.
Cool, good. And I'm
I'm
assuming
tapped out.
You're tapped out. So okay, going into combat, my creatures get +1/+0. Then my commander puts a counter onto something. So I'm going to put 1/1 counter onto my Enduring Scale Lord. But then its effect goes off because it's not.
Yeah, its effect doesn't happen because you would. It's when you put it on another creature.
Oh, another creature. So
Yep.
I won't take that one. Sorry, my bad.
Except yours at the beginning of combat on your turn.
Yes, that's what
I'll
he's
put a
doing.
1/1
Yes.
on Oct 2.
Yes. So I'll actually put a 1/1 onto my commander, and I've used up all the 1/1 dice.
I mean, there's one over there.
That's all right. I'll use one of those ones to count that one. Cool. I'm in combat. How big is this bad boy now?
He's a 13/13.
Yeah, monstrous.
With flying.
Lovely. Lachlan, I can see that, and you've got vigilance with a. What is it? A
6/9.
6/9, and I've got a 7/7. Okay, no worries. Going out of combat, second main, existing.
You're doing a real good job at existing.
That's it. The T.
I don't think I've played a deck that has ever had any sort of like competent removal. Like things have always just been in my way, and I'm like, let me just build my board state. Game end.
I'm sure it exists.
And I feel like Tom always has removal. Every time. Coincidence? Do something. Do something. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to be knocked out very soon.
Oh no, I'm not attacking you. And I don't know what Tom's got. I mean, he has a 13.
I use a 13-13 and I have 13 life.
Yeah.
I imagine that is coming this way.
No,
No.
he still has 57 life.
Yeah. Just proliferate a bunch.
I just assumed it was coming this way, so that
No.
everyone would have poison counters on them.
Because he's still a threat.
Yeah.
He only has 3 cards in his hand, and he's quietly figuring out what mana he has.
I'm just
They're all-
making sure I've got 2 sets of Wooburg.
we're all
Blue,
fucked.
green, blue, white, red. No, I don't have 2 sets of Wooburg. Yes, I
Sucked
do.
in, mate!
I can do it here. This finally comes into play. Alright, so for my first set of Wooburg, I'm going to play Giganta the Wellspring. It's that big man dog that I talked about earlier. It doesn't have haste, so it does nothing right now except be a 5/5. And then for second Wooburg,
Sorry, can you just show us that? Because I know
sure.
Can you also just explain Wooburg, please?
One of each color: white, blue, black, red, green.
And the letters represent between blue and black because they both start with blue.
Yeah,
B
so
is,
B.
is a U is for blue.
Yeah. Just making sure I've got two Wooburg. Is that what we're checking?
Yeah, because
no, sure.
since that's a cycle, I want to make sure you actually do
Yeah,
that.
so I believe that one's my red. So this is my black.
That's for one black, yeah.
Yep, this is my blue.
One blue, yep.
This is my green.
Yep.
And this is my white. And
So,
then
how are you getting the
Why?
mana to get that one to do that one?
this one can tap to add colorless.
Yeah,
You need
and
to
then
pay
you need
5 to
that,
Then
add.
you have to pay 5 and tap it to be able
No. This one, I pay 1 and add 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one I can pay 1 and add 1 mana of any color.
Oh, that's how you do it. Yeah, sorry.
So that's
cool.
just
We're
a-
good now. Yeah, sorry, just wanted to...
No, all good.
I thought you were using the second effect.
No,
on that
no.
one. That's why I was confused.
No, just using the colorless from here to pay the colorless here.
Yeah, I
to
generally
add the
thought it
red.
was the other way around. Yep.
Cool. That's Gigantha. Then the second one for Jared Carthalion. So he's a 5 loyalty planeswalker. For +1, I can create a minus 3/3 Kabu, which is all colors. For -3, which is what I'll be doing, choose up to 2 target creatures. For each of them, put a number of 1/1 counters on them equal to their colors. So he goes from a 5 down to a 2. This, because it is all colors, gets 5 1/1 counters on it, up to 6. Gigantha is only 2 colors.
Just a quick question. Are any of your shapeshifters clerics?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, they count as everything.
Equipped creature has lifelink if you control a cleric.
Yeah.
That just means you could have gained some life at some point.
He did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But then I got
get
hit.
smacked
I got hit by you.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm just letting you know that you have lifelink.
I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing at Lachlan for 18 with lifelink.
Yeah.
And
see?
flying.
Yeah.
Didn't get miles in. See? But I did take out the Mumbo.
You did.
So-
You did.
You were a hero.
You did. You were a hero to us all.
It's an everyday hero.
I'm sorry.
Everyday hero.
All right. Good game. Good game.
Good
Thanks,
game's a quick
Lachlan.
game.
You were a threat.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive.
No,
with
I was so happy with you that entire game because you're like, I'm going to just take the tokens. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I mean, it worked. It worked for me anyway.
Oh,
So
100%.
Cool.
All right.
Lachlan's dead. I gained a bunch of life up to 75, and I'll pass the turn.
Oh yeah, that's what I took from you.
what is this?
Actually,
Anything
now that
fun?
he's died,
Yeah,
does
we
he
can
take
show
his
it off.
card back?
He does.
Okay.
He no longer
Yeah.
exists in the game. His cards no longer exist in the game.
Yep.
Do we care about what it was?
It was a Mage's Attendant. So when
Cat
Mage's Attendant enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue wizard creature token with pay 1, sacrifice the creature, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Which is kind of interesting, considering that you would never have seen it coming.
Wait, why are we turning back with being...
Because that's what Tom did.
Oh, right.
I take deals seriously.
That's fine. Jerk.
Yeah.
I just...
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Nothing, I'm just watching the chat and just making me laugh.
Is this my second time?
Well done anyway,
Yes.
buddy.
Yeah, cool.
You did good. It's a fun deck, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, honestly though, I think it was only really good because I had my commander and I had my Marcus or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was
you had
like,
the ability to put bulk counters out and swing in at people.
yeah. But otherwise, Macias was the real MVP in opening hand. Like, because it was in opening hand, you just summon it for two mana, and it's like, well,
Let's see if he gets bigger.
I did take a little bit of
This
time.
has to happen. We can no longer wait.
Mhm.
Black, white, and 4. We'll tap Golgari for Mortify, destroy target creature or enchantment, say goodbye to the Fusion Elemental.
Well, you do have the option.
You can kill this.
And stop it from having all its bonuses, and then it's just a 14/14.
That is a choice you can make there.
Because it is a...
Then it loses its flying and you can go over
but if
the
you
top.
kill this guy still exists.
Yes.
But that exists as a 4/4 with flying, and this exists as a 14/14.
Yeah.
correct.
We're destroying the 14/14.
This has first.
First strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, yep.
Yeah, so I'm not telling you how to play your turn.
Because the first strike would kill pretty much whatever it wants. But it's only 4/4.
The 14/14, we can both take a hit from that still if we need to. Granted, the person who's going to get hit is you.
Yeah.
Other thing to remember, your commander hits flying. If you stop me having something with flying, you can swing in and give me more poison counters.
I can, so you take the Pro Manticore away.
I think that's the better move, personally.
Yeah,
But,
that's fine.
like, you make your decision.
It's a tough call.
Yeah. I just need to pay 3 for that, so I think that was...
No, you did.
Oh, yeah, I used the Golgari, which means I still have 1 floating mana. At this point, it's... No, I needed to pay 1 for it to have black and green. So
You've met the cost.
Yeah.
Because if you paid that to do
Yeah,
that, then,
okay.
yeah, you've met the cost.
because I only needed black and white to do it. This tapped for white, that tapped, and then that created black-green. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's paid. Great. That can go away.
What you got? What's going on over here?
What
I mean, I should probably do it, right? I think I should do it. It would be silly not to, really. We're gonna pay 2 for Unnatural
God.
Restoration. Return target non-permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and proliferate. Let me just get, oh, I know, Blight Mamba. Hello. What are you doing here? I thought you died. Anyway, that's gonna go...
She's having far too much fun with this deck. She's going to become an infect poison player.
What are you proliferating? Would you like to proliferate my commander for me?
We're proliferating one of your poison counters.
Yep, up to 7. I'll need another die. Actually, I'll still lock him. Because he's dead.
Yeah. I don't
That's
have
going
poison
up
anymore.
to 5.
Way to roll
That's
it in.
going to go up to 5 as well.
And she's got flying, so she
And
can
I
swoop
have
over.
flying.
Yeah.
And
Which will
then,
put me up to 9. And if she has a land in hand, I'm dead.
Lucky for you, I don't.
Ooh.
But for green
Yep.
and... I'll still need a mana to get the 2 from that, so I might as well just do that. Yeah, I might as well just do that. I still have to pay 2 for it. We are playing Blight Mamba out on the field.
What a boy.
I do
MVP.
need 2 mana for it to be a thing.
Regenerate.
However,
So good.
Regenerate after it's dealt its poison. Or after it's done some neg 1, neg 1. Oh.
I don't have enough mana for Regenerate to really count this turn. So
But you can take a hit.
Yeah.
So.
yeah, I can take a hit. That's the important thing. So with 3 creatures out and no deals on the table, we are swinging at Tom with everything. So Ixel, Evolution Sage, and
Blight Mamba's got Summoning Sickness.
Summoning Sickness, so that's fine.
Do you want to attack with your Elf Druid? Because it's probably just going to get chunded. Because he would block it by
Chunded.
the 14 or so.
It's going to get... It's going to go in the blender.
It's going to go on the blender. That is this thing. And then also it gives you a blocker.
Yeah, that's fine. So
If he does want to retaliate.
that's fine. So we'll swing at Tom for 7.
I'll take 7.
And
Commander damage.
commander damage.
It's no damage, though.
It
No.
is. No.
It's not got
7.
infect, it's
Oh,
got
it's toxic.
This
Sorry.
is toxic.
Sorry.
So that goes up to 9 poison counters.
Yep. I'm up to 9 poison. Beck's
look,
I'm really
and-
hoping Beck gets the
and-
first poison kill of this table.
And how much commander damage do you
So I
want
actually
from Beck?
always had a
From
commander.
Beck, 7. She hasn't swung at me with her commander before.
That was me that got hit.
Sorry. And let's call that end of my turn. Actually, I haven't
Yes.
played a land for turn. I haven't played a land for turn, and guess what?
Oh my god! Poison killed by my own land. Wow! That's amazing!
Can't even be mad about that.
Well done. Well done.
I remembered it was in there, and the only thing that I basically remembered was the fact that I can play them for their mana cost. But if it has no mana cost,
Yeah, well, it says you can. Yeah, you can play them.
Yeah.
yeah. And with landfall, obviously we go up on counters, so the 5/5 will go up to 6. You can fuck off. That goes to a 6/6 counter, and that leaves me with.
Do you want to go up to a 7?
I already put both of those.
That also comes in tap.
That comes in tap.
It comes in, I die, it disappears.
True.
Okay, cool.
But worth it.
So worth it. Dude, killing me by stealing my own land. That's incredible. Oh, and you stole my dragon arch as well?
Yeah, that was the
What a
first one I
great
took.
card.
I just didn't have any multicolored creatures.
No, it didn't matter for you, but that honestly, because actually wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Such a cool play.
Good kill, good kill.
Single tier. I'm so proud.
You can read it later.
Just Jimmy's confused face.
Actually, I'll shut up.
It's got a paragraph underneath.
Basically, when you remove that creature, I get to look at the top 10 cards of my library and cast mana value 10 or less for free.
How good would it be if your flyer was
I
still
know,
on the field
right?
if you cast that?
That's why I didn't cast it, because that was still on the field. Anyway, I'm done. Beck is a
She's
threat.
peed the tea, yeah?
Yeah, that's a PT right there. Let's go,
PT,
baby.
alright. Untap for
Good luck.
turn.
Good luck.
Upkeep.
Godspeed.
Would you like to put some counters on your creature, sister?
So I
Like
can't
your
attack you,
number.
but you can attack
Oh,
me.
yes.
You can defend though.
I can defend.
But could you defend 2 rounds basically?
Yeah, now we're good.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm good.
I will put counters on my stuff.
God, and then we have to trigger the dragon again as well.
Yeah, that's right. This is good.
Jimmy was so far away, I couldn't even see what was going on.
Honestly, I wanted to swing at Jimmy earlier, but I needed to get the counters onto my guy to remove the neg counters that Beck had put on him.
So I'm actually putting the counters on my commander,
Mm-hmm.
and the enduring scale will get a tick from having counters put onto the sovereign. My commander, I forgot what her name is.
I need my commander to be a
Lenore.
little bit more legible. It's
Yep.
too shiny.
Oh, thank you. Although it's still like a paragraph of text. Okay, and then I draw for turn. All right, so what we're doing?
No. Mm-mm.
What?
I don't want to.
White mana.
5 white mana.
Why is that important? Hold on.
I did my math wrong. Thank you. There is 5 mana that is white floating currently. All right.
Add X where it is. X is her power.
This is
Yes.
counting the white mana. All right.
Yes, all right.
Is this like a magic trick where you like keep your eyes on the
Keep your eyes on white mana because I'm gonna make everything disappear. I'm gonna cast Unbreakable Formation. Creatures I control gain indestructible until end of turn. It's an instant. It has an addendum. If you cast the spell during my main phase, which I am, put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain vigilance until end of turn.
Oh, so you're spending the 3. You're spending 3
3
from
So-
that 5,
Yep.
and then
Or
everything's
actually, I'm
going
gonna
up.
spend just 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And
easy lands.
Use
2
your lands.
Yep.
And it's got the addendum, so you're going to add the counters.
Yep, so counters now. So that's the cost paid. Everything has indestructible counter on all my creatures. I believe this ticks from every single one of that.
Whenever one or more counters are put on another
no,
creature
so
you
just-
control. Yeah, no,
Oh,
on
one
another
more.
creature.
Yeah,
So you will get 4 additional counters on the
Okay,
dragon.
so up to 5, 3 counters. Up to 3, yes. What's up?
Why don't you just spend... I mean, I guess you need a green, but I was like, if you had spent 3 mana to cast this in your phase, then you could still tap him for the mana, and he would have got the additional counter.
Good
Yeah,
point.
too
Good
late.
point. Good point. Didn't so tough for me.
Yep.
4.
4, because before I'd done that and I'd counted that mana differently, and I also had just
Yeah, that's
made a
cool.
mistake. Made a misplay. Sort of.
It's not a misplay, it's a regular play.
Yeah, it's a regular play that I could have done. I wasn't optimized. There you go. And then that goes up to 4. I'm just doing that so I don't overdo it. Do it in the wrong order. Okay, 3 mana here, 4 mana there.
Did you also put a counter on him?
He did.
Oh, no, I
No.
don't for it.
Oh,
So you
so
got the
this is
4
7.
from that, and then it gets 1 itself.
Yes,
So that's now an
correct.
11 with
Sorry,
flying.
Rebecca.
Yep. Okay,
And vigilance.
Yeah, it's fine. This still has 11 toughness.
so that's resolved. That 4 white mana, this 3. Hour of Reckoning. Doesn't... Oh, actually, no, it still works. Cool, it's all good. So it has Convoke, it's a sorcery, destroy all non-token creatures,
Including yours.
which are indestructible.
Ah. Is that game?
I think it
I
will
think
be.
so. You got 22, that's what... 11 for...
11.
4,
Four.
15, 19,
Yeah.
Yeah.
27.
Nice.
Gross. Well played.
But he did play the banker after all, and it worked out for him.
I bought enough time.
Yeah. Good game.
Thank you.
I think we
game.
all wanted to swing at you, but just had enough reason not
Yeah.
to.
Good game.
GG.
That was
The
a
fact you could do that in one turn actually upsets me. I didn't get another turn after destroying Tom, and that was it.
Yeah.
But it was dominoes though, because Tom destroyed me, you destroyed Tom, Jimmy destroyed you.
I was just waiting.
So like, I mean, I kind of thought you would come through in the end because you had such a board state, and we were all bickering over here while you're just sitting there being like, oh yes, pass to
Loads.
pass go.
Loads.
Still, one of the coolest kills we've seen at this
yeah,
table.
poison.
I am keen to see that deck again. If you're keen to see more of these decks, or if you want to know what the decks we were playing in any of our other decks, we have them all up on our Moxfield account, so you can check the links down below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Twitch, which you can come and watch us on Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. We do this every Friday night. Exclamation player deck is always an option. Exclamation Tom deck, exclamation Jimmy deck, exclamation I have spent too much time talking. We have been Nerds of the West. It's Lachlan.
Hey.
It's Beck.
Hi.
It's Jimmy. Woo! I'm Tom, and we'll catch you next time.